Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this new video where we'll explore together how to easily propagate your plants using the layering technique. We will discuss the 4 different layering techniques to use based on the plants you want to propagate. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell to stay informed about my new videos. Also, give it a thumbs up to encourage me to continue translating videos from my French channel if you enjoy this kind of content, and feel free to share them as well. Finally, leave a comment to let me know which cultivation guide you'd like to see in the next video or if you have any questions. I'll be happy to respond. Without further ado, let's start the video. Enjoy watching. Presentation. Layering involves inducing the formation of roots on a branch without detaching it from the plant it originates from. It remains nourished by the parent plant until it becomes capable of sustaining itself. Only at that point will it be weaned, meaning detached from the parent plant and planted in its final location. This method is similar to cuttings but is generally less risky. It is mainly used for species that have difficulty rooting, typically woody plants. Like cuttings, layering preserves all the genetic characteristics of the plant. Layering is done in spring or fall. The rooting process will vary in speed depending on the species and the age of the branches used. There are several methods for creating layers, each adapted to a specific type of plant. One. Layering by ground layering. This is the easiest to perform and is applicable to climbing plants and all species with branches that are flexible enough to be bent. It can be done in spring or fall. To do this, dig a small trench near the parent plant, about few inches deep and long. Then, choose a low, healthy, and well-formed branch. Bend it to lay it in the bottom of the trench. Make an incision in the bark at this point and remove all the leaves from the part that will be buried. Hold this branch in the trench with 1 or 2 hooks fixed in the ground. Raise the end to make it emerge vertically from the ground and fasten it to a stake. Fill the trench with a mixture of half sand and half peat. Water and keep it moist. In the fall, check the rooting, and if it is sufficient, detach the layered branch by cutting it before the roots. If possible, keep a clump of soil around the new roots and transplant it into a pot or into the ground at the desired location. For plants with very long branches, it is possible to bury a long portion, making several incisions. This way, you will obtain several new plants. Two. Stool layering. Also practiced in spring or fall, it is intended to reproduce a large number of ornamental or fruit-bearing shrubs with rigid branches growing in erect clumps that cannot be sufficiently bent for ground layering. To do this, in winter, cut the parent plant 4 to 6 inches above ground level. New shoots will develop from dormant buds. Towards the end of spring, when these new shoots are about 4 inches long, mound up soil around the clump, or if possible, use a mixture of half sand and half peat. The covered shoots will then emit roots. In autumn, remove the soil and check the formation of these roots. If there are enough, cut each rooted part from the parent plant and replant them immediately. 3. Pot layering. To facilitate transplantation and preserve a root ball around the new roots, or when the curvature may risk breaking them, lay the branches in pots instead of placing them in a trench in the ground. If possible, bury these pots. In this case, fill pots with a diameter of at least 3.94 inches with compressed peat that you will lightly notch on the side to accommodate the bent branches without bending them too much. Monitor the root development regularly, and when they are sufficient, remove from the pot and replant in a larger pot or in the ground. Four. Air layering. Often used to rejuvenate ficus, philodendrons, aralias, etc., whose base has become bare of leaves. This method is also applicable to all trees and shrubs, conifers, etc., whose branches are too stiff to be bent. It is preferably done in spring. On a healthy and straight branch, remove the obstructive leaves over a length of about 3.94 inches. Make a longitudinal incision of 1.18 to 1.57 inches in length or remove a ring of bark 0.39 inches wide. Apply hormone powder to this wound. Then wrap the stem with a plastic sleeve filled with a moist mixture of peat and sand, 50% of each. If you don't have this type of sleeve, you can use a small plastic bottle cut along its length. Always keep the inside of the sleeve moist. When the roots have developed sufficiently, cut just below the sleeve, remove it, and then replant in a pot or in the ground according to your preference. This video is now concluded. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel to motivate me to continue translating all the videos from my French channel. Also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Finally, leave a comment to let me know which cultivation guide you'd like to see in the next video or if you have any questions. I'll respond with pleasure. See you soon for the next video. Goodbye.